So exactly how much racing did you do to beat Duffy's score
On what?
on the drift?
On the drift.
Yeah,
Does he know? I didn't know if he'd seen it or not.
yeah, he knows.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna mention it. I wanted to see if he would or not, but he didn't this whole time.
He mentioned it.
Like before I came on, did he?
He's like, you beat my score, you know. I was like, aye.
Yeah, I knew it would annoy him.
He was just like, he's just like, is it? I wonder how long you sweated to do that. I
It wasn't
was
long.
like, fuck no.
I did it that night. That's why I wish he was, when I saw you were on it, I was like, oh, I hope Duffy's on. So we can see what he's got. I'll beat the score.
Nah, he went to bed. He
Oh,
just fucking flagged.
fair enough. Because as soon as I beat that score, like, and then sent it in the chat, and then I just went to bed, I was like, oh, Duffy's gonna be fucking fuming. I was thinking, oh god. But he was saying, like, before he, because, like, me and him were trying to beat it the entire night. We spent ages on it. And then he was like, right, this is doing me head in. It's pissing us off. I'm just going to go to bed. I was like, right, okay. And he was like, to be fair, Johnny, if there's anybody who could do it, you'll be the one to do it. And I was like, right, okay. And then he went to bed, and then I did it. And I was like, well, if he said I could do it, I'm going to bloody do it. And I did it, so.
Man doesn't know my skills.
uh,
Nah, to be fair, like, he tells us, I was like, that's fucking good dedication there, like.
I took it as a challenge. I was like, well, if he says I can do it, I might as well fucking try. So,
Best way though, innit?
yeah. If he has faith in me, then sure. But I knew it would make him mad. Because he wanted to hit a mill.
Mm, I know
Um,
he mentioned it, like,
yeah, he was determined to hit a mill, and then I was like nowhere near his score. I think it's as well because we were screen sharing like what we were doing, and
yeah,
he's in automatic, right, with all like traction control and shit on. So
right,
he's showing me what he's doing. He's going like Johnny, like look at this. Like is this line good? And like is like how is it going? And I was trying his control method, and he was trying mine, kind of thing. And then I screen shared to him and showed me driving in manual with everything off, everything turned off. Um, and like I was just showing like this how the smoother line you can get because he's just in one gear and it's just the revs are just they're not
yeah.
going past that one gear. So I think he might be a little bit annoyed because he doesn't want to learn manual, but I think he feels like he needs to. I mean, that's all I got out of it. But I feel like I don't
I
know.
mean, now I know he's in automatic with all the traction control and the aids turned on, like, fucking, it doesn't count.
What do you mean?
It's like, he's not drifting, the game's drifting.
That's true. It's true. That's what I told him. I was like, you're fighting the game because the game mechanic's trying to keep you on the track, and the nature of drifting is that you're supposed to whack your back end out. But if the game's trying to
Uh,
keep you in line, it's you're constantly just fighting the mechanics of the game, and it's not working. But I don't think he
I
wants
mean,
to
it
learn manual
explains
at
how he
all.
gets such perfect lines the whole time without throttle control. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. It's more fun doing it manual as well. Like,
I think so, because the races are different. Like, if you've got the wet, like, you break traction easy, and even a slight, like a fucking, I don't know, couple of hundred RPMs over, and that's it. You've lost your back end. You've
yeah,
lost your traction. You've lost your control. I mean, even though the back end's out, you've lost the control. You know what I mean? So the
yeah,
issue I was having is I was maintaining drifts at like 6,000 RPM, and as soon as I went like 6.5, boosh, lost all the drift. But if I went to like 5.5
yeah,
or 5,000 RPM, it was like power gone. I was like, shit.
yeah, yeah.
So having to do that between flopping between fucking gears and then fucking tapping the handbrake and topping the nitrous to give us that little bit extra. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mm,
And he's doing that all the fucking shocking.
I know, honestly, like, because what was it we were saying? Like,
Feel
um,
cheated.
yeah, I think I was like, you know what Wolf's gonna say? He was like, oh, I know what Wolf's gonna say. He's gonna tell me to drive manual. I was like, yeah, he is. You should
Yeah.
be. He's like, no, it's too much to think about. I'm like, and fucking,
It's not.
it's really not. It's really. I think he's just scared.
Scared for the fucking conversation of changing gears again.
I've been telling him so many times. I'm like, it's dead easy. You just give it a decent start, rev like gear up to third, and then once you're in like fourth, just keep it there the entire time. Just keep your finger on R2 and just like back and forth on the stick, and that's all you need. You just need to keep it in fourth. That's more than enough revs to get you around this, because it was just the one spiral, just the left turn, the whole
Yeah.
time. And I'm like, that's all you do. You just whack it in fourth, like rev up enough to kind of get yourself going, stick it in fourth, and just keep the throttle down and just rock left and right on the stick. And he's like, oh, no.
Exactly.
And then he was like, yeah, try my way. And I'm like, I can't play like this, Duffy. I'm so used to manual now, like having it constantly switch gears. I can't fucking do it, man.
I do it all the
Seriously,
time.
it's so
Like I've got
uncomfortable.
to have manual. If I'm in a race and I come to a corner and I know for a fact I'm going to be 2 gears down, I'll preemptive double downshift that corner
Yep, yeah,
just just to use. I just for the momentum and lock my back wheels, just so I know I'll spin in that corner and I can go in that corner faster.
yep.
I mean, sure, in real life it would probably blow my gearbox out, but fucking hell, it's a game.
It's a game, yeah.
I'm not going to worry about blowing my gearbox or blowing my clutch or anything like that, you know what I mean?
I
I mean,
just
maybe
love.
if it was a full-on racing simulator, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is Ubisoft's racing simulator, so it's not really
Exactly, it's the
realistic.
French.
Yeah, but like, I'm just glad I've played in manual for so long to the point where it just feels more natural than actual automatic.
Yeah.
Like I can't go back to automatic now. Cause
Like automatic just doesn't work. I think no car game can get it right.
nah, that's as well what I was saying. Like when I was trying it, I was like, Duffy, this is so like uncomfortable because I was telling him how like if the game's automatically shifting gears for you, your like trajectory is being sent out of whack with every gear change, right?
Hmm.
You could have a perfect line in like fourth, and then all of a sudden it goes down to like third to kind of just like bring up your speed a bit. But all of a sudden you're in a tighter turning circle because you're in third, Or like if you go up to fifth, you're in a wider turning circle, so you've got to adjust your driving. So it's like you're fighting against the gears,
No, exactly.
you know?
Especially if you're on a straightaway and you're like, say, top end of fourth gear or fifth gear,
Yeah,
and you know for a fact that the corner coming up, you're gonna drop down a gear.
yeah,
If you're on automatic, it's just gonna go right. You're in fourth gear now. You're at speed. You're at the end of the limit. I'm just gonna put you in fifth. Then you
yeah,
lose all that control momentum going into that corner, and it's like, well,
yeah.
it's
You
put us
lose,
in fifth now. I don't want to be in fifth.
yeah,
I could have just stayed in fourth.
yeah. You lose the control of like determining exactly what gear you need to be in and when.
I basically like drifting. I come into a corner drifting, I'm double down and I'm handbrake on as I'm double down and that wheel's locked, ready to go, and I'm like, yep, that'll do me.
Yeah, the whole point is that you're supposed to have wheel spin as well because he had the traction control on as well. I was like, that's doing the opposite of what you want out of a drift. You want your wheels to lock into a spin, and if the traction control's on, it's trying to keep your car maintaining grip and torque, and that's not what you
Basically, yeah.
want when you're doing a drift challenge. There's no wonder you can't hit a mill.
To be fair, I reckon if you drove like we're driving, I can guarantee you, you'd probably not even see 10,000. Like 10,000 to go. I
What do you
think
mean?
that's what he's worried about, is because he is good right now,
Uh huh.
but it's going to be a case of if he tries to drive like us, he's going to be shit.
Yeah, I think he doubts himself. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I think he'll be shit, and then he'll be like, oh, the guys are going to think I'm crap now. And
Well,
then
I
it's just
mean,
doubting, but it's like, I mean, we'll think he's crap, but he's got to learn it.
it's. I really want him to learn it because I know for a fact he'll be once he gets it, once he understands it, he'll be away. I guarantee it. But
I want him to learn it.
it's just yeah, it's just that first hurdle of like just getting your head around it and understanding, the torque and how it all works and shit. I've never driven a car in my life. Well, I have, but like not like on a road or anything. I've just done a couple
Yeah.
of like loops in a car park, like, but most of my driving's just been on games, so I've got like a vague idea of like how it all works. You can kind of get a general gist.
I've driven before.
I know, yeah, how. I think the highest because my mum took us in her car in like the car park for a little bit. She was teaching us how to like clutch and gear and stuff. So we just did like a few little kind of like laps of the car park. It was just that little one on the seafront, just up
Oh yeah.
from the
Hey,
skate
I
park.
learned that. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
learned.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
um, so the highest I went in there was like third gear,
Yeah.
but it was just like I think like getting the clutch, getting the bite was the hardest thing for me. But in games you don't have to worry about that. So
That's it. Like in this, like I hit the clutch, poof, gone.
yeah,
I think you don't have a biting point.
yeah.
So
Um,
this, it's a conversation I was having with my Daniel because he drives Euro Truck Simulator. Even though he's a truck driver, well, he was a truck driver.
uh-huh.
He drives Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator with a steering wheel and automatic. I'm like, Daniel, it's it, it's a simulator. It's got clutch control. It's got the bite. It's got everything. Like you've driven a
Yeah,
truck, you know what you're doing. He's like, but I don't know. It's been a while. I'm like, dude, don't doubt yourself.
yeah, literally. I want it to become like natural for me in a game to the point where I can just not think about it and just have it like, oh, I can like not have the speedo on this. I'm still like looking at the speedo like for my revs, but I want it to the point where I can just not look at it and just like listen to the sound and be like, okay, that's time to change gear, and just do it
Yeah,
subconsciously, you know?
yeah. Mine's off, but there's a
Uh,
lot of the time I'm in first person, so I'm like,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, first person's good on this actually. Um, it's not bad.
I think it's fucking fantastic, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I should probably do first person in games a lot more actually. Cause initially I was like, oh well, your view's so like limited because you can't see anything around you, and I'm like, well, you'd be like that in a normal car.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You're forced to look with your right. Well, for me, I'm forced to look with my right joystick as I'm driving.
Ah, okay.
So like, if I overtake somebody, I've got to make sure they're well clear of me before
Yeah,
I go right. I'm going to turn.
yeah. It's good that like the mirrors all work and stuff now as well.
Oh yeah,
Because like games in the past couldn't do that, but now that we've got the technology there, you can actually justify going in first person looking at your mirror, which is nice. But yeah, I'd love to see the manual man. I think he'd be great.
I think he'd go nuts for it.
Yeah, it's just dipping your toe in, just getting the feel for it, and because he tried it, I was like, give it a shot, give it a whirl, and he was like, he tried it, and he was like, nah, I can't do it. He was like, literally like the first attempt, he was like, nah, I can't do this. It feels weird. I was like, that's how I feel with automatic now, though, which I never thought
It's not
I'd
really.
say.
If you only do it the first time, it's not really trying. You've got to really give it a good go.
He
That's the
really
thing. You
does,
can't
yeah.
just go. I don't like. You've got to really give it a go.
Yeah, I like if he tries it out for like a day, and then at the end of the day goes, what's your verdict kind of thing. Like if we ask him,
Yeah.
I, that would be a fair shot.
No, agreed. But if he just sits there and he's like, I don't like it, it's like, mate.
Yeah, you've barely tried it. I think it's fun because he's like, oh, it's too much to do, it's too much to think about, and I'm like, it's really not.
It's not when you get used to it because you just blitz through.
Yeah, you just kind of get a feel for it. It's more of like a feeling than like actually like thinking about it. You don't really actively think about it. It just becomes muscle memory.
Basically, huh?
There's nothing more satisfying than going into like a tight corner and like gearing down, ready for it for the drift. Ah, so perfect. Like
I love it, man.
gear down to three, handbrake on, full throttle, and just spin it around. It's so satisfying. I like how you can clutch kick in Wreckfest as well. That's fun.